Will there be a limit on the next stimulus check if you make up to $50,000? What is currently going on with the Wall Street bet situation and Gamestop, and where is the stock at currently? And are we in a housing bubble? I will briefly go over that today. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go. What's good, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good. We are back today for another video. Now, before we begin, this is my Twitter page. In case you're not already following, what are you waiting for? I post here daily, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and post it. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, as you guys can see, we are at 613 followers. Appreciate everybody who's been following, who's been leaving comments, asking questions. Next thing I got is TikTok. In case you guys are not already following on TikTok, I've been doing it for a few weeks now, starting to get the hang of it, so go ahead and follow on here as I post every other day or so on TikTok. Alright, let's begin. Alright guys, so it has been a crazy 2021. It feels like 2020 part 2. Now, the next stimulus checks that we could be getting, Biden has said that they must be at least $1,400. Senators on both sides appear to be accepting the idea of targeting them to lower incomes. That's the main difference, guys. So the previous checks, if you remember, they were under $75,000, but this one, it may be limited to $50,000 income. So let's go down here, see what we have. Senators worked through an all-night session. I'm surprised, guys. They're not on vacation. They're actually working for once. Thursday to lay the groundwork to President Biden's $1.9 trillion relief package. The White House is increasingly focused on selling the plan directly to voters. Okay, so there you guys have it. 1.9 trillion is the price tag, but the $1,400 amount on top of 600 payments approved in December appears to be non-negotiable. And here we go, guys. Here's Biden. That's what he's saying. I'm not going to start my administration by breaking a promise to the American people, he said. Okay, so Biden looks like he's trying to keep to his word. Now, here's the difference, guys, okay? Senators on both sides agree that they want to phase out checks starting at $50,000 income for individuals and $100,000 for couples. So if you're making $50,000 or more before tax, guess what? You may not be eligible. And if you are married, well, guess what? If you make over $100,000 combined, you probably won't be eligible if this plan goes through. Depending on how they file their taxes, the checks would gradually get smaller, and they would cut off with those earning $75,000 individually or $150,000 as a couple. That's kind of the pattern we saw before. Is as the income level went up, the amount you would get would go down, and then eventually it would phase out. Looks like that's what we're going to have here. All right, Washington Post edition reported that a head of household earning up to $75,000 would receive the full payment under a Democratic plan. The plan would also call for parents to get $1,400 per dependent child. All right, and here is the measure that was proposed earlier by GOP's $1,000 check with a $40,000 individual income cutoff, phased out at $50,000 or $80,000 to $100,000 for couples, respectively. Democrats on Thursday approved a budget resolution that will pave the way for eventually passing the package on a party line vote by Democrats, with or without support from Republicans. So now that Democrats are in control, we could be seeing things getting passed much quicker and without much hesitation. Also includes, so here's something else, guys. The package comes after $4 trillion in rescue spending that cushioned the financial blow from the bug but did little to stop the disease. It includes politically divisive provisions such as $15 hour minimum wage and $350 billion in aid for state and local governments. Yeah, so that's been a huge talking point, as well as minimum wage, and that's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to go down that path right now, but federally that's what they're trying to do, and it's been a while since it's been raised, but there's pros and cons to it. And that's mostly the gist of it, guys. Let's talk about other stuff here, but that was the main thing I want to cover in that article. Now here is from the Washington Post. Give you guys another breakdown here. All right, let's continue on here. See what we got. Who would get the payment? So just to confirm what we read before, you would have to be making up to $50,000 to get the full amount, and then head of household up to $75,000 will still qualify. And then, so basically the same thing is being confirmed. Now here's what's interesting, guys. 71% of Americans would get the full benefits, and another 17% would get the partial benefits. Okay, let's continue on here. This is less than Biden's initial proposal for the payments to go to individuals earning up to $75,000 and married couples earning to $75,000. 150,000, my bad. Now, something too that we gotta look at here is when the payments are gonna go out. Well, keep in mind, guys, tax season is coming. So April 15th is the day to file your taxes, either 15th or 16th, one of those days. And at the moment, those days have not been pushed back. So you gotta keep in mind, if you are gonna get a check from the stimulus plus a potential refund, well, guess what? You're probably gonna get some delays in getting your payments. How much will this third round cost? Latest proposal, again, $1,400. Single earning up to $50,000, couples up to $100,000. We confirm it. And here you go, guys. Important question: will the payment be based on 2019 income or 2020 income? While there is no final proposal, Democrats have explored eligibility for stimulus payments on prior year income. Also, too, this is a really good incentive if they're going to base it off of 2020 to have people file their taxes, and that way they can see how much revenue they're going to get, because from the numbers I've seen, guys, taxes are not going to be that much this year compared to before, because a lot of people, they got unemployed, so obviously you can't tax people if they're not working, right? That's what you can't do at this point. Let's continue on here. Okay. Alright, guys. Now, what does Nancy have to say about this? Nancy Pelosi, everyone's favorite Speaker of the House, she said third checks of $1,400 will be passed before end of February. Today is the 6th, so it looks like potentially we could have this thing passed, and then beginning of March to April is when these things start to roll out. The House will need to approve the amendment in another vote to deliver the bill, and Pelosi has expressed confidence that Congress will pass the legislation before March 14th. Absolutely, without any question, before then. She sounds very confident. That's good. You want a confident Speaker of the House. Democrats have prioritized delivering further relief to Americans, but Trump's impeachment trial, set to start in the second week of February, could delay the process. When in doubt, blame Trump. Here's what I won't do. I'm not cutting the size of the checks. They're going to be $1,400, period. That's what the American people were promised, the president said. Alright, so it looks like Biden's trying to keep to his word, which is good. It's always good to keep your word. Alright, guys, so I have one more article on the topic, and basically it has the same information. Everything I just told you guys is confirmed, but I'm going to go over a few statistics here as to why they kind of are going to go this route. Employers have added 49,000 jobs in January after cutting 227,000 jobs in December. Labor Department said on Friday restaurants, retailers, manufacturers, even the healthcare sector shed workers last month, meaning that private employers accounted for a meager gain of 6,000 jobs last month. Unemployment rate fell to 6.3 from 6.7, but there's a decline in numbers of people who were either working or looking for a job, and a sign that some people are dropping out of the labor force. U.S. economy is 9.9 million jobs shy of its pre-bug levels. Yeah, so job market not looking too good. Now let's shift gears real quick, give you guys a couple quick updates here with what is going on with the Wall Street situation, right? Wall Street, GameStop, Robinhood, they're all part of this whole thing. This is from CNN Business. Stop beeping selling. That's from Wall Street. So the Wall Street Redditors group, Wall Street Bets. Basically, I went over this really quick. What they're trying to do is have people not sell because GameStop, the stock is plummeting, guys. Okay, it fell another 42%. It was at 300 something, and it's back under $100, and it's close to where it was before. So you really had a couple days to buy and sell if you were going to make a profit, and if not, you're basically kind of back where you started. And a lot of people lost money too. GameStop has fallen nearly 84% so far this week, although it is up almost 184% year to date. Okay, so there you have it. And this group, Wall Street Bets, they were very expressive, to say the least, about Citadel. Citadel gave billions of dollars to bail out hedge fund, to bail out Melvin Capital. There you go, guys. Okay, that's the facts. That's just what ended up happening. And yeah, they're basically urging everybody to just hold. I don't personally own GameStop stock. Way too risky for me. If you or someone you know owns GameStop, well, guess what? It's up to you what you want to do, but proceed with caution, I'll say that. The next chapter, what's going to happen next? Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary, is going to hold a meeting with Wall Street watchdogs looking into the phenomenon. What steps those regulators will be willing or able to take remains to be seen. So we're going to have to wait and see what these guys end up doing to regulate the situation. And the last thing I have for you guys, the housing market. Okay, I can make a whole video on the housing market. Okay, I've been spending a lot of time researching, and I've gone out to a few houses just to kind of see how the market is, and we are definitely in a bubble, guys. Some say it's another housing bubble, but it's nothing like the mid 2000s. All right, let me tell you guys a little story. Okay, story time. In the mid 2000s, when you want to go see a house, okay, they were selling fast within the first hour, sometimes first couple hours. It's the same thing now. Basically, if you see a house, you have about 5 minutes to put an offer, or else it's probably going to get multiple offers and it's going to be gone. And it's pretty whack, guys. Okay, the moratorium on evictions and foreclosures are distorting the market. And this is actually an interesting chart, guys. Okay, depending on which city you guys are currently living in, as you can see, the monthly change, the yearly change in most places are in the positive. Okay, California, well, this is for rent. Okay, here you go, guys. Rent. You want to know how much you're paying in rent compared to everybody else? Look at this. San Francisco, $2,600. Trying to see California. San Jose, Los Angeles, close to $2,000 a month. Santa Ana, $1,700 a month. And yeah, most of them are California places. And as you go down, you'll see the lows are about $1,080 on average for rent. So $1,180, $1,080. See where your area is at, but that looks like that's where we're at, guys. Okay, as we continue on here, house sales, again, California, Los Angeles, $731,000 average price. And go through the list, guys. If you are looking to move somewhere, this could be definitely very helpful to see if you can afford housing. But yeah, prices are very, very high, guys, across the board. Okay, so there you have it. Yep, house prices gone wild. Yep, 100%. Can't argue with that. Okay, guys, this is perfect. Many homes go for $30,000 to $40,000 over list price, and a few homes in the mid 300s have sold for $100,000 over list price. Lee said a lot are going for cash. Cash is king right now. Okay, so you know what? She's right. I can't argue with that though, because a lot of these offers I've seen and heard, that's basically been the trend. The home sold for $375 and is now back on the market at $550. Lee added that she had 70 people show up for an open house over the summer and had 15 offers in the first couple hours. That's a lot of investors flipping homes here. So there you guys have it. It is going to be a hot housing market right now. If you're trying to buy a house, good luck, because it's going to be difficult times, guys, for a bit. Okay, anyways, that's the update for today. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of your weekend. Stay safe. As always, if you're not already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, don't forget to like. Until next time, peace.